So let's take a look at this idea that our language makes your mindset. There's a lot of research that shows that the way you talk about things is really has a lot of effect on how you think about things and the actions you take, which kind of makes sense, right? Because the way you think about it is going to make you choose specific language, but then again, the language that you choose also switches back the other way and can change how you think. So if you very intentionally choose language that maybe at first you don't feel is quite accurate, if you practice that, you can actually change how you feel about things. So let's look at this idea, right? So if we're thinking about fixed mindset language, this means how we talk about the things that we're not very good at, right? So for example, I'm no good at, right? So let's think of something. I'll tell you something that I'm not particularly good at, and actually, ironically, we've been talking about basketball and Michael Jordan. I'm really not good at basketball at all. So I could say any of these things. I'm no good at basketball. I can't do basketball, or I can't play basketball. I could say I'm just not very good at basketball. I can say basketball is too hard for me. I'm bad at basketball. I can't figure out how to play basketball. Right? These are all these different ways I can talk about my abilities in basketball. And in fact, I have definitely used some of those phrases before. Right? It's very common. That's how we usually talk about things that we're not very good at or that we struggle with. Right? So for me, though, when I say these things and I'm like, I'm just not good at basketball, right? I can't play basketball. Basketball's too hard for me. I'm bad at basketball. All these things go into my mind, and they tell me how I'm going to react to that and what I'm going to do about it. So when I talk like that, to be honest, most of the time, and actually the reason I'm not very good at basketball is because I never really practiced. And I didn't really practice because I told myself I'm just not good at this. And so it didn't feel good to practice. Right? In fact, it felt really bad. Like I would just talk about, I'm really bad at this. Shoot on the hoop. Tell myself that was terrible. I missed because I'm bad at this, right? I just keep telling myself this. I keep feeling worse, and it makes me not want to practice. Okay? That's very common. Again, that's how fixed mindset language works. When we talk about ourselves like this or other people, right? It just makes us feel worse, and it really doesn't make you want to practice, which again, since practice is the only way you can grow, it makes you not grow, right? When you think about this. And it makes it, even when you are practicing, it makes it very difficult and frustrating and feel pretty bad. So how can we change that? What can we do to actually make it feel good to practice, especially when it comes to something that you don't particularly love and that you're struggling with? Well, we use growth mindset language. So let's look at that.